Hey guys, so I really wanted to show you how to copy an entire complicated workbook. This workbook is one that I've shown you guys before, and I just want to kind of take a moment to show you how this one works. So you have your setup time, you put your time in this box, and then you can pick AM or PM from the independent drop-down list right there. But then I have a series of dependent drop-down lists. So for example, let's pick a beverage here. Let's go with coffee. Right, so we can pick coffee and we're going to pick a size. We're going to go with disposable, and then it auto-populates a price. You put in your quantity, press enter, it does the math for you, and then it drops down into this running total that just adds up all of these boxes, and that's your total for the beverages. And then at the very end of the sheet, it comes up with your event total, which is the sum of all of these other boxes, so snacks, lunch, that kind of thing. So it's very cool. There's a lot of dependent boxes and drop-down lists, and it took a lot of time and effort to put together. So I figured this would be a good workbook to kind of show you how to take a complicated workbook and copy it. It is a bit of a process. So you're going to start off just by copying a sheet just like you normally would. So I just right clicked on my little order sheet tab and click move or copy. I'm going to go ahead and press this box right here so that I make sure that it makes a copy. And then we're going to go ahead and put it into a brand new book. Push OK. And now in our new book we just have this one order sheet. So we're going to go back to our order sheet workbook, our master. And then we're going to go to the Dropboxes page. And we need this Dropboxes page because this is the build for everything that goes in those dependent Dropboxes. It looks very complex and like a foreign language. Yours might look different, but this is just to show you how to copy it over. So then we go to our book 3, which is what we just made. And then we're going to click create a copy, press OK, and then it copies it over for you. So the only thing is it copied it over in front. You can always move that, like when you go to move it, you can make sure that it goes behind. I just didn't. So we're going to go ahead and move this guy to the end really quick because I want them in order. Alright, so now we're just looking at this order sheet. We're not going to look at the Dropbox build because it's already built. And we're going to go ahead and copy over all the formulas needed. So right now, most of these formulas are going to give us an error code. So we're going to go to our master here and we're going to copy the formulas here. This is just one way to do it. I'm going to show you one other way that I personally think is easier. But anyway, so you go to the order sheet master and then you go to data validation. You're going to click down and then it gives us the formula that we used right here. I'm going to go ahead and copy him. So just Control C, enter. And then we're going to go to our book 3 that we just created. Go to the same box. It's corresponding. Data validation. This is our error code formula. We're going to go ahead and Control V, paste the original formula in there. Press enter. And then do it to the other Dropbox that's similar as well. Alright, but now we got to do the same process to the beverages, breakfast, and any of the introductory dependent drop boxes. So we're going to go with the beverages first. I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to go back to our master here, go to the beverage options. We're going to go to data validation. I'm going to go ahead and copy this formula. Control C, enter. Go to our new workbook, book 3, data validation. This is the one that's throwing that error code. So we're going to highlight him, Control V, paste that in there, hit enter. And then you're going to just want to click and drag and copy it all the way down. Then you go to your price per unit. And as you notice that this is referencing our main workbook, which means when this main workbook is not open, this new workbook will not work. So we come up here, we're just going to delete everything that references our main workbook. So from the exclamation point to the apostrophe there needs deleted. Okay, we're going to press enter, and then we do the same click and drag that we did before. Click, drag, it copies it over, and now we can do the same thing that we did on the other one, this time with orange juice. Pictures, we're gonna say 5, and it auto-populates that price for us. And then we're gonna do a very similar process to breakfast. I'm gonna go through it one more time, and then I'm gonna show you the other way that I do it. So once again, we have our introductory Dropbox that we are working on right now. So I go to breakfast, I go to data, I go to data validation. We're gonna take this master sheet formula, copy that, press enter, go back to our book 3. Here we are, data validation. Gonna highlight our error code and paste our original formula in there. Click, drag, go to our PPU. We're going to delete anything that references the order sheet. So again, from the exclamation point to the apostrophe, press enter. We're clicking and dragging here to copy that down. And now this box is going to work just fine for us. We got to do that to 2 more boxes, but I want to kind of show you my little cheat code for it. So what I did is I just copied and pasted all of the formulas onto a Microsoft Word sheet. So I have the code for the AM, PM, the beverages, the breakfast, and the lunch. So instead of going to the master workbook and going to data and data validation, I'm just going to go right here. I'm going to go to data validation, and then I'm going to go to my little codes. We're on the lunch box. So highlight him, copy, go back to my book. We're going to paste, enter, and then click drag just the same. We do the same thing over here. We just delete the order sheet reference. And then click drag. And same thing on the snacks and add-ons. I feel like you guys have seen it enough that you kind of know what's up. Anyway, but I'm going to go ahead and do it just one more time here. Feel free to skip ahead if you want. Basically what I'm doing is I'm taking every formula that's in here that might reference the master sheet, and we're just making it reference this own sheet. So that way it is self-referencing, it can be copied, it can be transferred, it can be moved, and it's going to work the same as that master sheet. I'm going to go ahead and delete where I was playing around with it. And then now we can copy our sheet if we want to make multiple sheets in one workbook. We're going to click move or copy, create a copy. I like to put them in order because I'm a little bit OCD, but it's up to you. Just make sure that every time that you go to copy your first sheet, that you're copying from the first sheet, or it's going to throw you some trouble. Okay, so we're copying from the sheet, and you see how I have order sheet 2, order sheet 3, and then our order sheet. We copy from the first one that we copied over, and it doesn't give you any trouble. But if you try to copy from one of these, say we want to copy from this one, it's gonna say, hey, you have a name for this box, and then it's gonna do that a million bajillion gajillion times, right? So to avoid that, just make sure that you copy this sheet right here, your first original sheet that you copied from the master workbook. Anyway, I am going to fix this But that is how you copy a complicated workbook. Your workbook might not be as complicated as mine, but I do hope that this helped.